welcome to a Planet Zoo educational experience. I'm Eltanin and I'm one of the community managers at Frontier Developments working on Planet Zoo. We're here today to learn a little bit about one of the animals coming in the Twilight Pack that is releasing today on the 18th. I'm here at Shepreth Wildlife Park with Dean to learn a bit more about
Hello.
it. Hi, Dean.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here again. So excited.
Excellent.
Always have such a nice time here learning all about the animals.
Fantastic.
But today we're here for a special one. We have never had an animal like this in Planet Zoo before.
Yeah.
And we're having an all-new walkthrough exhibit with our new bat friends. And so why don't you tell us a bit about these amazing creatures?
They are absolutely amazing. They're one of my favourite species on site. These are Egyptian fruit bats, not just found in Egypt, right across North Africa, parts of Asia. They've even been found on Cyprus. So they're quite widespread as a species of bat goes. And they don't just feed on fruit. There's a bit of a myth that they just eat fruit. They eat all sorts of vegetation. We've got one landing behind us here. They're eating a lot of banana and melon at the moment. High sugar content gives you lots of energy, but in the wild, be a lot of leaf matter, vegetation. We bring the blossom leaves in here in the springtime and they love that as well.
Oh, that would look beautiful.
Absolutely.
I am actually quite jealous of all of the fruit. I'm a big fruit fan. I keep watching them behind me. Also, I can smell it.
Yes, I've got it down me as well. But they eat about 17 kilograms a day just for this group. So that's the largest amount of food we have to prepare for any animal on site. Larger than the tigers, so 17 kilograms just for these guys a day.
So how many have you got here if you've got 17 kilos? Food?
Probably about 40 to 50 in total here. It's hard to count them. I do challenge the kids sometimes who come along. I say, can you count my bats for me? But it's very difficult to do that sometimes.
If you're not even sure, it's definitely going to be difficult for the kids.
Exactly, absolutely. They can live in thousands and thousands in a group in the wild. And there's an old saying, safety in numbers, and it's very true with bats.
So right now we are in their flying area.
We are.
And you have the bat bedroom for them as well.
Bat bedroom just next door. Now in the wild, their bat bedroom would be a cave or a well shaft or a mine shaft. There's a romantic idea they flock into the Sphinx or the pyramids in Egypt. Not so much. It's more about caves, and where they roost in caves, they create their own habitats because they're obviously going to be pooing onto the floor, excuse my language, but they're going to be pooing onto the floor. There's going to be a great big mass of fecal down there, and insects and mammals and birds will then move in because they've got all that matter down there as well. So they create their own ecosystems. They're so important to human beings as well. They pollinate 70% of the fruit on the planet.
70%?
Absolutely. Now, we think pollination is just done by insects. It's not. They make up about 20% of all mammals on the planet, bats. Not just fruit feeders, all sorts of bats. You get insect feeders. You do get blood feeders. There's very few of them. They're very tiny. Everyone goes on about blood feeding bats all the time. Most bats are fruit feeders.
I had no idea there was that many of them within the animal kingdom.
The mass of them is amazing.
That's a huge population of them.
Yeah, and they have a big impact on our plant life. So obviously plants are important for us, for food, medicine, for breathing as well, which is quite important. So bats pollinate, propagate, get rid of herbivorous insects, and keep that population down, so we've got enough plant matter. Everyone sees them as this sort of mythical, dark creature that only comes out at night, and it's really not true.
It's just gothic horror propaganda.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
They also get such a bad reputation as being vermin, but obviously they're not the amount that they do for us.
Absolutely.
So you were saying there's a range of bat myths that you're happy to get to this talk to bust a little bit.
I think one of them, the main one, is that they're blind. They're not blind. They can see. But blind as a bat, I don't really know where that saying came from. They can see, and they can see quite well, but it's like us in the dark. You need something else. These also have echolocation. Now, that echolocation is made in the mouth. They send that signal out. It will bounce off an object like us and back to them, so they can see how far away that object is. Now, that's important because they've got those delicate wings. They don't want to injure themselves. They are nocturnal. Not all bats are. Some are diurnal. But these guys need it just to avoid things like branches in the darkness.
Perfect. Yeah. You were saying that perhaps people might be able to hear the clicking that's going on around us if it doesn't showing up. That is their echolocation.
Absolutely. It's more audible to children. So when I do a talk in here, I have loads of kids. I say, you can probably hear it better than I can. Because as humans get older, we lose a bit of our hearing. But certainly, as they fly past you, we might be able to pick up some of that clicking sound, and that is their echolocation. See the ears moving all the time, listening out for danger while it's feeding. Very sharp teeth on it as well, so it's taking that melon. And melon, high sugar content, great, because these guys eat their own body weight in fruit a day. They need to make sure they've got enough food available to them.
I'm kind of in awe. I keep looking around trying to find one because they keep being so close. There's one right here, right now.
Yeah.
There's two.
And you can see how gorgeous their faces are. So the Egyptian fruit bat is quite cute, and that's because they don't rely heavily on echolocation. The bats that do have pug noses or big ears, and that's because they need more surface area for that echolocation to return to them. Whereas these guys are quite cute looking as bats go.
I had no idea that the adorableness factor was based on the skill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for all of this. It's been incredible to learn all of this. I'm sure every one of our community can agree with us. This has been a very anticipated and beloved animal for our community. They've all been very, very excited about this being the first ever walk-through exhibit and being our first enclosure like this. And to be able to get these and have their visitors in game be able to experience these animals just like I am, getting to be here right in the enclosure, surrounded by them, which is going to be so cool. So you can enjoy all of these yourself in the Planet Zoo Twilight Pack, which is coming to you today. If you are watching this on launch day, if not, you can get it on Steam. You can check out all of the links below. And of course, you can get the links to Shepreth Wildlife Park down below. And make sure to check them out and hopefully maybe donate and help these guys out because they do such incredible work and we always have such a good time here. So thank you so much again for your time, Dean. And until next time, thank you all for watching.